Welcome to RE/MAX, a Boulder video podcast. Today we have DB Wilson giving us a monthly update on the market in Boulder County. DB is an expert on the stats. We all rely on him for the information that we provide to our clients to help them make informed decisions. DB, thanks for being here today.
Thanks
Appreciate it.
Duane.
So what's our topic today? What segment time-wise of the market we're going to talk about today?
We're going to look at January through November for Boulder County, both single family and attached dwelling.
All right, well, why don't we kick it off with single family, Boulder County.
So as you know, we look at 10, we call them 10 vital statistics for the month, for the year to date, each month. And these include number of active listings, median sales price, average sales price to list price, days on the market, number of sales during for that time period, how many listings have expired that have never sold, percent under contract, months of inventory, and then where we are with interest rates.
Okay, and DB, just to clarify, this information comes from where? Where do you collect this from?
I collect all of this from our MLS system, which we call IRIS.
Okay.
And again, it's just for Boulder County.
All right, perfect.
Okay. So what's interesting is compared with a year ago, there's actually 100 less listings than there were a year ago, with only 578. 44% of those are under contract. So again, it's a pretty strong seller's market. Our median price is up about 14% from a year ago at just a little over $530,000. And our average sales price is up also about 14%, and it's a little over $653,000 for Boulder County on single family homes. The sales price to list price is 99.3%. This really demonstrates a strong seller's market.
Not a lot of negotiating room.
No, typically that'd be around 95, maybe 97%. Okay. So it shows the strength of the market. From the date of a property being listed to the date it closes is now 62 days. Typically that would be about 120 days in a real stable market. The number of sales year to date is actually off about 9% from a year ago, with 2,962 total sales. Again, I think this is a reflection of the lack of inventory, certainly not the strength of the market, because we're very strong. 82 homes have expired, not sold, but compared with a year ago, that's down about 25%. We only have 2.1 months of inventory now. In a stable market, that is typically 5 to 7 months. If it's over 7 months, it would be considered a buyer's market. Anything less than the 5 months is clearly demonstrates that it's a seller's market.
Do you think that's partly seasonal right now, listings being down toward the end of the year, and they'll pick up after the first of the year, or what's your gut feel there?
I think it will come back. As a matter of fact, there were 115 homes that were withdrawn from the market. It's not necessarily the advice I would have given my sellers to take their house off the market, even though it's in the holidays and people like to take it off the market. But we still have quite a few people out looking for property, and you might be missing an opportunity there if you're a seller. So this is kind of an historic trend that we see, as people will take it off in December and then put it back on in January.
All right.
As far as interest rates, we're as of the end of the month, it was 3.77%. That's down from where it was a year ago at 3.97%. They are going up though. And I think that this is another reason that we're seeing so many buyers active in the market, is because I think they're seeing that the really, really low interest rates are probably gone.
Trying to get in before the rates go up, and I did see the Fed was going to start pushing rates up. So not that that has a direct correlation onto mortgage rates, but that's just the overall trend.
True.
Well, let's dive into condos and attached dwellings, Boulder County.
So we look at the same 10 areas for attached dwellings, and what's interesting is that we're up to 161, and that's still 161 active listings. That's still very low in the overall scheme of things. But last year at this time, we only had 96 attached dwelling units. So that's up, 67% from where it was a year ago. What is equally interesting to me is that is more in line with where we were 2 years ago. We had 167 active listings. It's not that market is slowing by any means. I think people have decided that it's a good time to sell that kind of property. As a matter of fact, 59% of that 161 listings are under contract.
Okay.
So
well over half already.
Yeah.
Okay.
The median sales price is up about 29% from a year ago at $345,000. Again, just supply and demand, lack of supply for the entire year has been quite low, and consequently prices are really rising pretty rapidly. As far as the average price, we finished just under $394,000 through the end of November, and that's also up about 21% over a year ago.
Okay.
There have only been 12 properties expire, so that is a ridiculously low number.
Most everything comes on sales.
Exactly.
Wow.
Now, the number of sales is off by 12.5%. Again, I put that solely due to the lack of inventory. We've had 1,145 sales year to date.
Okay.
Months of inventory, 1.5 months. So very, very small. Again, it shows the strength of the market, that it's a seller's market, and that is a little bit better than it was a year ago, where it was about a 1-month supply. But still, 1.5 months is an incredibly strong seller's market. I think that the number of listings is going to continue to increase slightly here, which is really good for anybody that's interested in getting into the market. Typically, condos are an entry-level kind of property for somebody, so pretty excited about that.
Right, and a couple things in the financing rule will help us out a little bit with the FHA changes in the owner occupancy requirement, and some of the loan maximum limits have gone up, so that should help buyers a little bit become a little stronger buyers.
I think that's a really good point. We've been kind of hamstrung with what the conforming rate is, and now we'll see a big jump in 2017. That'll be really good.
All right. Well, we'll see how we do into the holidays. Usually the buyers that are looking at the holidays tend to be serious, because who wants to move during the holidays, right? So tend to be serious ones. So we should have a good December, and then we look forward to your year-end report, which will be out sometime in mid-January, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. That'll be interesting to tally up 2016 and see how we did. So DB, thanks for being here. Appreciate your insight. Remax Boulder Video Podcast, Duane Duggan signing off.